Hey there, amazing people. Welcome to Technology Voyage with Ashutosh, your go-to destination for ServiceNow ecosystem-related features and capabilities. I'm Ashutosh, and I'm super excited to have you join our incredible community where we explore, create, and have loads of fun together. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, there's something here for everyone. Let's get started with today's video.
Hello everyone. From the name of this video, you might have guessed what we are going to talk about today. Yes, it is the ServiceNow Studio. Before we deep dive into ServiceNow Studio, I want to give you a bit of a background and a history why ServiceNow is even investing into this particular product. As you know, ServiceNow has multiple studios like Creator Studio, App Engine Studio, the Legacy Studio, and now the ServiceNow Studio. There might be a reason, right? What I think personally as a platform owner is having these multiple studios and to manage the personas around this studio is very tedious and it's very challenging. While the studios are catered to different personas, I think ServiceNow Studio is a game changer where it is going to give a unified experience to boost the productivity of the developers from mid to high skilled developers. And at the same time, it will deliver a value even faster towards the organization because ServiceNow is trying to cater and bring other studio experiences into one studio that is nothing but ServiceNow Studio. Let's talk about personas for ServiceNow Studio. When first ServiceNow Studio was released during Xanadu release, only admins and delegated developers had access to ServiceNow Studio. But later on, in Yokohama, which is released recently, ServiceNow has added an extra role or a persona which can access ServiceNow Studio and create applications in ServiceNow Studio, and that is nothing but guided app creator role. One more important thing to know is currently only delegated developers can edit the existing applications. They are not allowed to create new applications. Only admin and guided app creator role can create the custom applications within ServiceNow. I will show you a quick sneak peek of what happens when a guided app creator role persona creates an application in ServiceNow. To do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a user, which is nothing but my user. You can see this person has 4 roles where he has app creator role. Quickly impersonating this user and then moving on to the studio, just quickly refresh it so you can see now it has I'm impersonated with uh, Ashutosh Munot as a user. You can see there are no applications here. Let's get started. I'm going to create a custom app called as Voyage Demo. Continue, continue. I'm not just going to make a shell application. So what happens basically is when a person who has GAC role, which is nothing but guided app creator role, and if that person creates an application, what ServiceNow will automatically do is give that particular user delegated developer role and all the delegated developer permissions to manage these particular applications. To prove that, let's go back. Let's quickly end the impersonation, uh, and I am going to quickly open the user record, and now you can see that particular user also got delegated developer role and all the delegated developer permissions which are associated with that particular application. Let's talk about some key features of ServiceNow Studio. My favorite is code search. But before we begin with the code search, let's see the experience. If you see on the screen, it's so intuitive. You can see what files I have searched for, which applications I recently opened for, how I can create an application or a file under that application. So you can see I have on the left side this particular option plus icon, but at the right side also I have this create option. Like I said, my code search is my favorite feature of ServiceNow Studio. When I say that, you can see we can search at two places, one on the left side, but here as well. Now, I look at it as a lifesaver because it takes so much time for us to search through a particular piece of code when there is something we want to search for. For example, I was just thinking like we have system properties, we use gs.get properties at multiple places in the platform, but not everyone documents it properly, right? So this kind of feature uh, within the platform will enable us to quickly search for that and save a lot of time. Another thing which I like about this particular thing is actually when I activate this particular code part, I can decide which application I should search for, or do I want to do that search for all the applications within a platform, including global applications and scoped applications. The next feature which I really like about um, ServiceNow Studio is the integrated tabs. I can work on multiple applications at the same time. Just like this, if I open my one of my application and if I open a catalog item which I have built in one of the application, you can see it shows like I think you guys might be familiar with workspaces, right, where the fulfillers are actually working on a record in the same environment, or on a same screen. What I'm going to do is quickly go back and open this application where, let's say, I want to see the room. Now you can see in the same screen I have got two tabs. But the most interesting part about this is at the bottom you can see the scope and the update set automatically changes. Isn't it beautiful? Because in past we have to manage this manually. It's so frustrating for a developer that we have to do it manually. ServiceNow has taken that burden away now. And if I move back to the old applications, you can see it is automatically again switching the scopes and the update set of the application. I'm yet to discover how this switching happens, because imagine if you have multiple update set, multiple developers working on it. Does ServiceNow store it somewhere like a preference? What kind of logic runs behind? But that is something for the next time. Another feature which I really like about this is the builders, integrated builders. For example, flow designer, table builder, decision builder. Everything is integral part of ServiceNow Studio. You might have seen in App Engine Studio also we had catalog builder, flow designer, table builder. Similarly, here also we get all those particular builders available. Moving on, one of the experience feature which I liked most, and I already introduced in the beginning of this video, that there is a burden for a developer or a platform owner to manage multiple studios. But what ServiceNow has done in Yokohama specifically is they brought unified experience. When I say that, here on this particular arrow, you can see I can switch between Creator Studio and ServiceNow Studio. There is something which you don't see at the moment here is IDK, because it's my PDI instance, and PDI, SDK is not available on PDI yet. It is coming. But the problem is getting solved. We don't have to navigate between multiple studios. Everything is getting integrated with ServiceNow Studio. Last but not least, deployments. Everyone struggles with deployments, right? Here, if you see the deployment, you can manage your update sets, you can manage your applications, you can deploy update sets and applications from this particular studio itself. If I specifically talk about applications, and if I open a particular application, here you get a publish icon. Because this is my PDI instance, I can't show you what happens in the background, but I can say that as soon as you click on publish, and if you are using application repositories or CI/CD pipeline from ServiceNow, this publish button actually creates a record in your App Engine Management Center for deployment, and then it follows that particular pipeline starting from your production instance, non-production instance towards production instance. Is Now Assist available for ServiceNow Studio? The answer is yes. Because this is my PDI and I do not have any access to Now Assist, I can't show you. But if you are on a customer environment, on this particular side, on the right top corner next to your name icon, you can see a Now Assist logo popping up if it's activated on your platform. But the answer is yes, it's available. This was it for today's video. If you want to know more about ServiceNow Studio, please get in touch with me. You can leave a comment in this video and I can also respond to your questions if any, or you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Apart from this, Andrew Barnes is a person who can also help you with most of the answers around ServiceNow Studio. So you can also reach out to him. He has already published an article on ServiceNow community website. That being said, for now, thank you.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. I appreciate all your support, and I'll see you in the next video.